question from the masses here. Top 5 returning quarterbacks for this year from Statesboro, Georgia. Now, notice the word returning. So, there's no room for Arch Manning, even if you think he's going to win the Heisman. Arch has no place in this conversation because it's returning quarterbacks. There are a lot of them returning. There are no huge superstars returning. Cade Klubnik could be that this year. So, I got Cade Klubnik on this list. There was a major year 1 to year 2 jump for him last year. He went from 19 touchdowns to 9 interceptions in his first year of starting to 36 touchdowns to 6 picks in his second year. His legs were a big factor. He could win the Heisman this year. Clemson could win the national title this year because of him. He's got the best receiver room they've had there in a while. He's also, I'm not going to say they have a weakness at running back. They're very unproven there. And because of that, he may have to shoulder more of the load. And you know what? They should feel comfortable asking a third-year guy under the same coordinator again to do that. So Klubnik's there. I'm extremely high on DJ Lagway. Now that I went down to Florida a couple of weeks ago and had all my injury concerns eased, I think DJ Lagway's on this list. I think he's in a great spot. He took over midway through last year because Mertz got hurt, and so he had flashes. This is the year I think he could really explode. Got a good offensive line. They're going to have a good running game. He's got good receiving options to throw it to. So he could be a Superman-type player, but this is not a situation where he has to be that, is my point. They're not asking him to go Cam Newton circa 2010 and just carry everyone. And I think he's going to have a huge jump this year. I mean, I know that Florida's not on everyone's national title radar or anything like that. There's a chance that he ends up being the most dynamic player at his position in the country. And if he is that, then Florida is they're a contender to be taken seriously in the playoff conversation. Tough schedule or not, if he is what I think he could be this year, then Florida's going to be a really tough out. Drew Aller's on here. Drew Aller's in an interesting spot, kind of similar to James Franklin, honestly. It's funny that he plays for him. So, Franklin has been really good, but not elite for a long time. And if you keep being really good and you're someone that people want to be elite, they end up criticizing you. Drew Aller's been really good. But since he was 5 stars out of high school, people will expect and accept nothing less than elite from him. But he hasn't been elite yet. But he's been really good. 3,300 passing yards last year, 24-8, touchdown to INT, 66% completion guy. They've got an enhanced wide receiver core, I think, this year. His legs are also a factor. They were a little bit more of a factor last year. He had 300 rushing yards. I still don't think he needs to be elite this year. I mean, to qualify as one of the top 5 returning starters at the quarterback position, there aren't 5 guys. I mean, we don't go 5 deep on this list and not have Drew Aller on there. And that's without the possibility that he could elevate his game this year. I'm just sitting here saying, even if he's just more of what he's been, he belongs on the list. If he elevates his game, he really belongs on the list. What about Garrett Nussmeier at LSU? Garrett Nussmeier, the tools are there for him. He cannot be as turnover prone as he was last year. 29-12, touchdown to INT. They got to have a better ground game because they got to have a more balanced offense for him. Hey, quick timeout. Check and see if you're subscribed to the channel. If you're not, make sure you do. It's free. It doesn't obligate you or sign you up for anything. It just helps us keep the channel free. All right, back to the show. And that's not really on him. I mean, he's got to take care of his business, but that offensive staff has got to put him in a good position. They've got the players. They should be able to do it. The turnovers, if they stop, then he's going to have LSU in position to be playing really, really meaningful games late. And if they are, he's a big part of it. So I don't really think it's much of a question that Garrett Nussmeier belongs on this list. And also, you know who else I put on here? I could have put John Mateer on here, but he's such a question because I've only seen him do it at Washington State, but I'm really high on him. Lenore Sellers at South Carolina, potential star. I wonder about his receiving talent. Sam Levitt at Arizona State, could have easily put him on there. I'm putting Carson Beck on the list, though. Carson Beck's throwing at Miami. He'll be healthy. He'll be ready to go by the time the season starts. And most people expected Carson Beck to be in the NFL by now. and he's not. It's a really funny thing because if you're mentally weak, then that can cripple you. If you have a little toughness about yourself mentally, it can do the same thing that it did to Cam Ward last year. Cam Ward went to Miami because he did not like the feedback he got. He didn't like where he was going to go in the draft, so he went down there, dominated, become the number 1 overall pick in the draft. Carson Beck doesn't have to be the number 1 overall pick. What he does have to be is wired the right way to where that guy's got a lot of doubt. There's a lot of criticism out there, partly because of on-the-field stuff. A lot of it's because of off-the-field stuff. And personal life stuff that has nothing to do with football, but nevertheless, this is the real world. So your personal life is like public knowledge. So when some Instagram influencer breaks up with you, people know about it. When you leave Georgia and you go to Miami and you didn't go to the NFL and people know about it. And when you had your worst games last year in the biggest moments against Florida or Bama, even though you led a big comeback there, or Texas, people let you hear about it. Well, my point there is, if you're wired the right way, you're about to go play for Shannon Dawson. You're about to go face ACC defenses playing for Shannon Dawson. You got a chance to explode this year. You got a chance to have the best year of your career this year. So a lot of their production this year, obviously, will rely on Carson Beck, but I don't think it's so much the physical stuff, because I think he'll be good to go physically. It's from this point on the body up, neck up. How's he wired? He's a different dude than Cam Ward. He is not the kind of guy that's going to come in there and take the offense by the throat. He is a lot quieter, a lot more, probably introverted is a good word, but if you can play, then you can play. It's just that there's a lot that still remains to be seen about him. As high a profile a player as he's been, there's still a lot to be proven from Carson Beck. I think he'll be pretty good this year, so I put him on that list.